Hi guys, welcome to your Wednesday's writing class. Today what you're doing is you're writing a persuasive letter. A persuasive letter is a little different than a friendly letter. The point of a persuasive letter is to persuade somebody to do something. The word persuade means that you're just basically trying to get someone to think a certain way or do something that you want, okay? So you're going to be choosing something to write to, and you're going to pretend to be something else. So this is something that I'm asking you to try to think a little creatively about. You're not going to be writing a letter from yourself today. You're going to be an object, and you're going to write to another object and try to ask that object to think a certain way or try to get that object to do something. So we're going to start by picking two objects that kind of go together. Things that go together maybe that are things could be peanut butter and jelly, or milk and cookies, or let's see, what else? Maybe a kite and the wind. So these are just kinds of examples, maybe cat and dog, things that seem to kind of go together sometimes. I don't know if cat and dog goes together, but they seem kind of connected because they're popular pets, right? So anyway, you pick two objects or things, and you're gonna have one of those things write to the other thing and try to persuade them to think a certain way or persuade them to do something. So this is supposed to be kind of a silly thing, and you have to just pretend that you are not yourself anymore, that you're whatever object that you choose. So I'm going to show you an example of how this could go for you. We have our letter writing paper here, and this is what you have for today, unless you want to just write it on your own paper. Remember that a letter has 5 parts. You're going to write the date up here. You're going to say, "Dear," whoever you're writing to. You're going to have a closing and a signature at the bottom, so something like "your friend," and then put your name. And then this is where you're going to put your message, where you're persuading something to do something, or persuading something to think a certain way. So I'm going to start with the easy stuff. I don't know if you guys like doing that, but I kind of like starting with the easy stuff first. So today's date is August 25th, comma, 2020. And remember two things. One, I'm using marker just so you can see it well on the video. You guys should use pencil. And two, you want to make sure you put a comma in between your two numbers at the top here. So in between your date and your year. Otherwise, it just looks like a big old number, okay? So today's date is August 25th, 2020. Maybe I'll just put "dear" first, and then I'll decide who I'm going to be in a second. Down here at the closing, I'm not sure how I want my closing yet. Oh, since I'm not really myself, I need to make some decisions here. So I think I'm going to do peanut butter and jelly. So I'm using that for the example. Nobody else gets to use peanut butter and jelly today, okay? You got to come up with your own idea. So I'm going to pretend to be peanut butter. So I'm going to sign my name down here, peanut butter. Okay, and then that means I'm writing to jelly. So "dear jelly." And I'm going to put a comma after jelly. Okay, now this is where you have to get kind of creative. This might feel kind of strange, but in my mind now, I am not Ms. Drews anymore. I am a jar of peanut butter, and I'm going to be writing to a jar of jelly. Or maybe just, maybe not the jar, but just, the jelly and the peanut butter inside. And I have to try to persuade jelly to do something. So what would peanut butter want jelly to do? I think sometimes when people make peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, I don't know about you guys, but some people get annoyed. Some people get annoyed when you use the same knife. And then, like, let's say you put your knife in the jelly, and then it gets jelly all over it. And then you put it in the peanut butter, but then some of the jelly gets in the jar. And maybe that's something where I'm going to try to persuade jelly not to mix in with my jar. Let's see. They're friends, so they kind of work together. So peanut butter is going to be nice about it. He's not going to be upset with jelly. This is kind of hard, isn't it? So give yourself time to think. I mean, I'm your teacher giving you the assignment, and even right now as I'm thinking about it myself, I feel like I need to give myself a little bit of time to think about it, okay? So you might try to make a decision about what you're going to write and just sort of think about it a little and then come back and start writing after you've given it some thought. Okay, so Dear Jelly. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to think for one sec here. Okay, I think I'm going to start by giving Jelly a compliment. I think sometimes if you're trying to get somebody to do something or you're trying to get somebody to see something your way, compliments don't hurt. So I'm going to say, Dear Jelly, you are my favorite pal. I love sticking together. Get it, guys? Because sometimes when you say stick together, it means you're staying close to someone. But if you're making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it seems like those two things kind of stick together inside the sandwich. I love sticking together with you. I also need to talk to you about something. Sometimes you get a little mixed in with me in my jar after I was trying to think about like after being on the knife, right? Sometimes you get a little mixed in with me in my jar after I think I'll just leave it at that. I guess I'll just cross that off. Okay. Sometimes when you're doing this, you have to kind of reread what you've written so that you can get some fluency going. So let me think about this again. You are my favorite pal. I love sticking together with you. I also need to talk to you about something. Sometimes you get a little mixed in with me in my jar. I like being on bread together, but in my jar, I need my own space, I guess. Okay. Can you please stick to your own jar? Thank you. Your friend, Peanut Butter. I don't know if this was a good example or not. I'm sort of stretching it here, but I'm gonna go with it, and I'm gonna reread it to you guys. So August 25th, 2020, Dear Jelly, you are my favorite pal. I love sticking together with you. I also need to talk to you about something. Sometimes you get a little mixed in with me in my jar. I like being on bread together, but in my jar, I need my own space. Can you please stick to your own jar? Thank you, your friend Peanut Butter. I guess that could work. So I might as a writer, maybe I'm kind of planning this out in my head. I don't really know if that's funny enough for me. I feel like sometimes I like to write things that are funny. So I might write this down, and I think I'm going to think about it a little bit more and then come back to it, and maybe try to make it a little funnier. So I want you guys to come up with two objects that could write to each other. It could be like the sun, and the sun is writing to the clouds. Or it could be like water and fish. The fish could talk to the water. Maybe the fish don't like the temperature of the water and they need it to be changed. Or maybe coffee and a mug. What else? I'm in my kitchen right now. I'm just going to kind of look around because sometimes looking around your house or wherever you are can help you with ideas. I'm looking at records and a record player. So maybe the records want to talk to the record player. Maybe the light switch and the lamp could be talking to each other. Maybe the dog food and the bowl could be talking to each other. Or I have picture frames hanging on nails, so maybe a picture frame is talking to a nail. I mean, there are just ideas all around you. So if you look all around you, maybe the fork is talking to a knife or something, or a fork is talking to a spoon. There's stuff all around you that you could think of. Try to get two objects to talk to each other, and one object is going to try to convince the other object to do something. Okay? So that is your goal for today. Try to be as creative as possible, and then we will share these on Friday. We'll have another snack and share with a side of dance party at the end. Okay, so we'll be sharing those together on Friday. I'm giving you plenty of time to work on this one. So today's Wednesday. You have Wednesday to work on this, Thursday to work on this, and Friday to work on this up until the point where we share in the afternoon. So you've got plenty of time. You might just do your thinking today and then start writing on Thursday. It's up to you, okay? So let me know if I can help with any ideas or if you have any questions, and I'm happy to help you with that. All right, bye guys.